Hey there, it's John here from Blah Wars. Just a quick note to say this episode is a bit of a strange one in that we weren't really able to do one this week, so we dipped into the archives and we pulled out our reserve episode, which we recorded only a week or two ago, actually. We recorded it in a pub, and it was done as a sort of emergency backup in the event that we couldn't release an episode. And this week, I was stuck in Hampshire, and Jude had to go down to Bristol on business, allegedly. So yeah, we thought we'd put this out instead because it's better than not putting out a podcast, hopefully. It's mostly Star Wars related. It's got lots of funny bits in it, and it ends with a bit of a sing-along. So I hope you enjoy it. Please go onto iTunes if you can for 5 minutes and just find us on iTunes, leave a review. That would really help. And share the podcast on social media, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you're using these days, you kids. Thanks for the continued support. We love you guys. Thank you. This is Blah Wars.
You may fire when ready.
If you only knew the power of the dark side, they would be honored if you were strong.
Don't worry, Archie. We're going.
Fuzzball.
Pepper stuff. I feel the force.
Force will be with you always.
What are we doing? We're doing a bonus segment for our podcast. If there is ever a day where we can't bring you a podcast or something like that,
in somewhere.
yeah, we're recording. This is one going in the wank bank, mate. It's a rainy day.
Sorry, what?
There's going to be a time when
listen to
you
this
or I
another
can't
wank
deliver a podcast, and we have to fall back on nothing. So rather than have nothing, I'm suggesting we pre-record a podcast. We're Pubcast, good one. We're sitting in where are we? Dirty Dick's.
Dirty Dicks.
In near Liverpool Street Station.
Yeah.
There's loads of old-fashioned paintings around the place, and we're standing in the doorway. It's probably the quietest place in the pub.
Yeah. Well, we were just chatting, and then we decided to get the mic out because we ended the show and we just decided to go to the pub and have a drink, just talk about anything other than Star Wars. But the show is we just end up talking about bloody Star Wars.
Yeah, we do.
But what were you saying? I can't even remember what we were saying. Oh, Gonk Droid.
Gonk Droids.
Yeah.
You see, I like the Gonk Droid because they remind me of the bins in McDonald's.
Okay.
When I was a kid, the bins in McDonald's used to look exactly like a Gonk Droid.
I didn't even know.
And then they used to flap. What?
I didn't even know they said Gonk.
Gonk.
Gonk. I didn't even know they said Gonk.
Say that. Yeah.
Gonk.
You hear them in the Gonk.
It sounds like a proper good insult. You're a gonk.
Gonk. You
Fucking
fucking gonk. You fucking gonk.
I reckon.
What do you mean, you fucking gonking idiot? Fucking gonking gonk.
I reckon Dirty Dicks is filth, mate. It's like full of scum and villainy.
Yes.
I reckon if this was the cantina from...
It's just like the cantina, because when I came in, my droid detector went fucking doolally, and I was like, you have to wait outside. I came in, wasn't getting any service. I tugged a guy's shirt, he turns around and gives me a fucking drink. So, simple as that.
I was saying to you before we got the mics out, I was saying... it's the world we live in with all the politics and the work and all that sort of stuff. It's just mental. It's just mental. For me and you, for guys like me and you, we'd do so much better in a Star Wars universe.
What, creative people?
No, I mean, like, if it just come to like a bit of a ruck,
Yeah.
I reckon me and you we'd probably do a runner a lot of the time. Sneak off.
I like the idea of Star Wars, like the running off to different planets. When trouble shows its head, you can just fuck off to a different planet. We're stuck on this planet, you know? There's no getting away from anywhere or anyone
Can't even get
on
to
this
another
planet.
country.
Yeah, you know, it's very irritating. You can't get to another country without being caught or whatever. You know, you'd have to.
What are we talking about?
You have to go in a little boat, don't you, and sort of like brush up against the water.
Yeah, you do.
Refugees escaping, you know, yeah.
But I was thinking if we were in the cantina in Mos Eisley, Mos Eisley, sorry. Mixing trilogies there. I reckon we'd be just the lads of the universe, just doing nothing. We're doing like odd jobs here and there. We're not special. We're not bounty hunters. We've got no special skills. I reckon we'd probably be UI designers for the various ships. We'd do the button layout or some boring job like
but
that.
the interfaces in Star Wars are gorgeous. You couldn't really improve on them. I love all that black and silver. And then
You
I'm
can
talking
improve.
about the the interior of the Death Star, the panels on that, all the black.
Who's
and
designing that? Whoever did that job,
I don't
want that
know.
job.
It's a lovely. The colour scheme is like black, red, silver, white buttons.
What I reckon they should do, right, is
Loads
I
of
reckon
them.
they should do like an adult film. It's like proper 18, and they go into
An adult film,
as
in like a
no, not a sex
dirty
film.
adult film.
No, not a sex film.
Yeah.
I think it should be more like a Coruscant. They go into like a strip bar, and there's like a Jedi that's kind of like he's fighting the temptation of. He keeps every Friday night on Coruscant.
I don't like this whole idea that Jedi's can't love. What, just because you're a good character, you're not capable of love?
No, I want to see a Jedi that's
It has to be like.
I just want to see a Jedi that's He's not.
You
like,
have got a Jedi.
He's
It's
not
it's Kylo Ren. Right?
Yeah,
He is a Jedi. He's not a Sith.
Yeah, but what I mean
He's not a Sith. The Last Jedi refers to 3 characters:
All right,
him,
little theory.
Luke Skywalker, and Kylo Ren.
Little theory on that.
We're recording this way before The Last Jedi comes out, by the way.
Little theory on that. I
Yeah.
reckon Han Solo killed himself. I think Solo
heard this theory before.
grabbed the fucking lightsaber
Yeah,
and pressed the
Activates
button,
it.
activated it, and stabbed himself in the stomach.
yeah.
Meaning that Kylo didn't fulfill the full jump to dark side territory.
Because killing his father would have made him get there faster. You mean the dark side
Yeah,
would have sort of like given into
Well,
his.
he hasn't got yellow eyes. Snoke's not got
Yeah.
yellow eyes. Here's
No.
another one for you.
I don't think you have to be on the
okay.
dark side.
Count Dooku.
Yeah, didn't have yellow eyes.
What's that about?
Is that a mistake? I don't know.
I don't know. It's not explained. What I'm
You
trying
can
to
be on the
say
dark
is,
side of the Force and not have yellow eyes.
what I'm trying to say is, I want to see a film that's a bit more gritty.
Hang on a second. Didn't Darth Maul not have yellow eyes
Yeah,
either?
he had yellow eyes.
Okay, right.
It's stupid. They just went fucking stupid with it. Palpatine didn't have yellow fucking eyes until he got revealed by the light.
Yeah, that's daft as well. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know the yellow eyes thing, and that only occurs. The only reason that anybody's got yellow eyes in the whole Star Wars world is because Palpatine does in Return of the Jedi.
Does he got yellow eyes? Is it?
His eyes are kind of like greeny coloured, aren't
They
they?
cocked up. Anyway, listen.
But they did that
I
by
wanna
creating
see
like a kind of
film.
Dracula thing, like they shone a spotlight in his face.
I'm going to see a film
Yeah.
where the Jedi, it's not about going to the dark side and getting ultimate power and all that crap. I want to see a Jedi struggling with some inner sin. Like, he's got like a few fetishes, like he keeps going to see a Twi'lek stripper
Yeah,
on Coruscant.
keeps looking at porn on the internet.
I want to see some fucking gritty, like Sin City, but with lightsabers. Well, this
What if Chancellor Valour's Snoke? That's what everyone wants to know.
fucking bullshit. And I can't reckon now, if Chancellor Valour is Snoke, I'm out of Star Wars.
Did you know that
I'll never talk about
in the
Star
very
Wars.
first episode of Blah Wars, we do say within 5 minutes, we basically say, what is this show going to be about? And we go, well, we will not be saying, who's Snoke? Who's Snoke? So we were never allowed to talk
We've been
about it.
lured into the tornado.
We all grow up to become the thing we despise as children, dude.
No, I reckon
Yeah.
there should be a detective mystery series.
Ah, like a noir.
yeah,
Like Blade Runner in the Star Wars universe.
like just something
Dirty,
amazing,
gritty crime
like real crime.
within the Star Wars universe, yeah.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
Jedi,
I like it, yeah.
none of that crap. Maybe, but let's talk of like a Jabba the Hutt.
It's set on Coruscant.
Yeah. I think
Dirty Coruscant.
don't even have a Boba Fett film, don't have a Yoda film, don't have a Jabba film. This is a character we know nothing about. All we're familiar with is the planets, the blasters, some of the ships. That's it.
Yeah, true. The actual
Nothing else.
aesthetics of the Star Wars universe.
It's a crime. The whole thing's about crime. It's, we set it up. It's basically.
Well, then you
like,
have to
you're the
include
character,
Jabba.
you're the
You have to
character.
include Jabba and other different crime games.
You hear about them. It's a trilogy. It's like the Godfather.
Uh-huh. I think you meant a TV series, like Boardwalk Empire.
on Netflix.
But
on Netflix.
yeah, a Netflix TV series, Boardwalk Empire in the Star Wars universe. Yeah. So petty thugs and smugglers getting involved in the underworld of smuggling and the crime and stuff.
They're still
And there's
throwing
also
20
a character in there who's struggling with sexual
Deviance.
lust and deviance and whatever.
You're that character. Right,
gotta be
let's-
some
let's-
lesbian
let's-
characters as
yeah,
well.
mate.
Spicy
Two lesbian Twi'leks,
Twi'leks.
obviously. You could do a lot with those hanging things.
You could do too.
Everyone goes for a toilet.
Yeah.
I don't know. The female jabber. I had this the other day. A hut.
Yeah.
Or like the hut race. What is the hut race? What is it called?
They're like slugs. They're called huts.
I thought that was just their...
They're from a place called Nal Hutta.
Oh right, okay. Right, the huts. Apparently, they don't have
their
sex.
surname is
they don't have sex.
the Hut.
They don't have sex. They're asexual. They turn into a female
Right.
to reproduce with themselves,
Yeah.
and then they're a female the whole way through until they have a kid.
Right.
And they turn back to a male.
So Jabba's had a son.
Yeah, and he was a woman for a time.
Right. Okay.
Think of that.
I think that's quite interesting. But I remember seeing a
Canon.
female.
It's canon.
I remember seeing like a female hut with him in a pod race.
Yeah, but they weren't getting jiggy with it. I mean, no one was to see that. I mean, if they did make this gritty film and Jabba's slobbering all over another hut.
Uh-huh.
I mean, can you imagine, okay, what about this?
Do it to Leia.
Game of Thrones. Fucking hell. Game of Thrones, but Star Wars. You got like incest.
Yeah.
You got like Jabba and his sister getting
Basically, your typical HBO series.
Yeah.
If this is going to be made, only HBO could do it because the stuff you're talking about would not be allowed in Netflix normally. I don't think. They're really, really tight on that
They'll
stuff.
never do.
They're really kind of pre-watch
The only way
friendly.
they'll do this is if they've run out of ideas.
No. Yeah.
It's always got.
Nothing to stop you writing your own fan fiction, mate, and having a wank while you're doing it.
What?
Big old chapter.
Is that
on...
what you do?
I don't write fan fiction. I've got no time. I'm too busy painting miniatures and.
Whilst wanking.
I think if I did that, my brushwork wouldn't be quite as good, would it? The lines would be a bit wobbly.
Oh, that's why I asked.
It's bloody hard work to hold the miniature and paint it and have a wank at the same
By
time.
miniature, you mean cock?
That's why I want a joystick for Battlefront, so that I can actually have a wank while I'm playing. Because with the Xbox controller, you need both your hands. It's a right pain in the fucking ass.
We're like the in-betweeners, the Star Wars in-betweeners.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen
No,
in-betweeners?
if it's of no interest to me, I don't need to watch something that's
You
beneath
are
me.
the in-betweeners.
No, I fucking won't.
You
No.
are the embodiment.
I've seen clips of it and it's of no interest to me at all. The humour's obvious and it's
Mate,
just
the story
forced.
that you did.
The characters are annoying.
You told me a story a minute ago about a kid at school.
My brother.
No. That
Oh yeah,
went down
yeah,
a fucking
yeah.
tube, down a sewer.
Well, I told you the story where a child at school recited this story to me. We're in a park, there's a stream, and then at the end of the stream, where it's very shallow, there were some large pipes in the bricks, which obviously carried wastewater or something like that, I don't know. Very large kind of
Absolute
tunnels.
bollocks.
He claimed that he crawled in there because his football went in there, and he crawled for miles or really, really far, and then he finally emerged with his head popping out of someone's toilet.
Absolute
He was in the
shit.
bowl.
Didn't
And
happen.
he looked around, and then a man pulled his trousers down, and tried to
Didn't
sit
happen.
down on the seat.
Didn't happen.
Tried to sit
Absolute
down on
bollocks.
his head, and then he moved quickly and got out of the way before the man could do a poo.
Right, hang on.
He told me this, and I believed him.
Yeah, what, you believe that his head
I believed him. I know, but when you're a
went
child,
round a fucking U-bend?
but when
Hey, think of that a minute. Wait, right, the U-bend of a toilet. It's
I know.
called a U-bend for that. He put his head round that and stuck his head round.
Yeah, I know.
He would have died.
and also the
With shit in his
the,
mouth.
the reverse side of the U-bend as well, so going in and then
Yeah.
down and up. Yes, exactly.
And
He would have-
you swallowed that.
well, when
like
you're
he
a child,
swallowed
that seemed
shit.
conceivable. It obviously seemed conceivable to him because he was claiming that he'd done that, and he wasn't like claiming it for a laugh. He was genuinely being serious. So I genuinely believed him because it sounded quite feasible to a child.
I love those stories at school. The stories at school
Yeah.
are the best.
Well, when I was a kid, I remember there was one kid at my school who said to me, I was going around to his house on one Friday night or something like that, and he said, I've got all of the Ninja Turtle toys. All of them. I said, really? Have you got this one? Yeah, I've got that one. Have you got this one? Like everyone I ever sort of saw that I never had that I wanted.
He had every single one.
He like had every single one. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I can't. Have you got the Technodrome? You've got the Technodrome. Wow. Yeah, I went round there. I was
fuck
obviously could not contain myself with excitement. Okay, about going to this museum and stuff. Went there. And didn't have a single Star Wars toy. When I went in his room, I said, "Where's all the Turtles toys?"
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I was hoping my mum would buy them for me."
Brilliant.
What a fucking
he
better.
told you.
And the same time, all I remember is that kid disappointed me there. That was the first time I'd been massively disappointed by anybody.
Right.
I never learned my lesson, did I? And second of all, while I was at his house,
Yeah.
his sister let the budgie out of the cage, and it flew out the fucking window and never came back.
What a knob. Yeah. Did you? Are you
Great
still friends
story.
with him? Still friends with him?
No, I don't know the guy's name. I don't know many people from my very first school, but I do remember one boy. He was called George, and he was like, I think he was like mentally deranged. Okay,
Brilliant.
because what he did was he'd crawl around at lunchtime. He'd crawl around on his arms, dragging his legs behind him.
What the fuck?
He'd crawl around on the grass, okay, in the
Right.
playground or whatever. He wouldn't move his legs. He'd keep his legs still.
He's normal though, right?
He's not well. I think he was very aggressive and very angry. This kid. He didn't have any friends.
Right.
All he did at lunchtime was go dun 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 dun. He was obsessed with the film Jaws, and he just wanted to grab you and bite your legs. And everybody was scared of him. We all just terrified of him. He was like a drunk.
He's
You know?
like a shark of the playground.
Yeah, his name was George. That was in a school in
No, don't give the details out.
Ashvale in 1980.
Give his date of birth, where he lives. Why don't you just give all that? as well?
If you were at that
This-
school in '89, you were listening to the podcast, get in touch. Are you in hospital now?
89. How old were you when you went to school?
I must have been about 4 in '89.
We're the same age. I'm only
It was primary school. It was primary school, mate. My first experience of school, you know?
Well, I went. So similar story to your mate with the turtles. It's lying.
Yeah.
When I went to college, I was playing guitar for a bit, and I was, getting all right, and I, got to the point where I brought it in, showed off a bit.
What, the guitar?
Yeah, like David Brent in the office, brought the guitar in, and just started
Get the
singing.
guitar.
Yeah.
He went home and got his guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just started doing a few little things.
Yeah.
I missed the guitar, which I need to pick it back up again. You're very good at it. You got about 4, haven't you?
I've got a couple of bass guitars and a couple of electric
Yeah,
guitars.
very good. So anyway, I brought a guitar in, and my mate Bradley at college, he went, I can play guitar. And I went, it can then. Where's the guitar? And he went, I hurt my fingers. I went,
Convenient.
oh right, okay, sorry. Hope it gets better soon. Anyway, a couple of weeks later, he was like, doing a gig in a couple of weeks. I went, oh yeah. He went, yeah, if you down Romford, go down there, we're in the Crown or wherever it was, and come along. I was like, oh cool, nice one. He gave me all the details and everything.
Yeah.
Got down there. Sure enough, it was band's night. He wasn't on the thing. He wasn't there. I texted him and said, where are you then? He went, oh, we had to cancel last minute.
Yeah.
I went, oh, right, okay. Brilliant. Got to the point where we went round his house, and I thought, I reckon he's lying, he can't play guitar. Go around his house and said, you're going to have your guitar there, we can have a little jam. And he went, yeah. Got there, he had a guitar case, like a leather guitar case, splayed on the floor, and a pick, that was it. I went, where's your guitar? He went, I left it round my nan's. Like, he was clearly talking shit.
Bradley, if you're listening, caught out, mate. Called out bullshit.
No, this is what happened.
Can't stand a bullshitter.
No, this is what happened. On graduation day, or when we were leaving, we did our final major show.
Where's my diploma?
I brought the guitar in. I said to him,
Yeah.
how are your fingers? Are they alright? And he went, yeah. I went, here's the guitar. I went, play us this tune. And he went, oh, I can't play guitar. I went,
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Yeah. Oh well,
yeah.
some people will bullshit their way through life. We call them bullshitters.
Yeah.
You know, some people think the prequels are acceptable films.
I
They're
think
wrong
I
to think
they're
that.
acceptable films.
There's a lot of we're in this pub. And, There's a lot of very middle-aged men sort of staggering in.
Really fucked.
Really fucked. I mean, the guy walked in and I thought maybe he was something wrong with him. But to be fair, he wasn't. He was just drunk. And
there's a joke actually.
It's kind of like we're around where all the bankers are, and I guess they just.
You told me that joke, didn't you?
What?
The one about the guy with a.
Oh yeah, I'll tell it.
You tell it.
So a guy renowned for finishing work and going for drinks with his wife, comes home every night drunk, usually on Fridays, and it's having a massive effect on his marriage. And he gets home and he's useless, he's being sick everywhere. His wife's absolutely sick of it. And she says to him, if you do this again, I'm leaving you. No fucking,
no
messing around.
Yeah.
I'm leaving you, okay? So he goes out to work again. Friday night comes. He says to his mates, I've got to go home. My wife's furious at me. I've been out of order recently. They say, come on, have 1 or 2 drinks with us before you go home. She won't even know. So, a couple of hours later, he's at the pub. He's pissed off his face, okay? He's had so many drinks, okay? He's over the toilet. He's being sick. He's seeing himself straight. He looks down. He notices he's covered his suit in puke, okay? He absolutely covered it. And he's saying to his mate, he's crying, saying to his mate, fucking hell, what am I going to do when I get home? My wife's going to see my suit. She'll know I've been out drinking. I can barely fucking stand. I'm going to get I'm going to be divorced. I'm going to get fucking divorced. His mate says, here's what you do. He gives him £50 and he goes, you put this £50 note inside your suit pocket, and when your wife asks why you're covered in sick, you tell her that somebody was sick on you in the pub and they gave you £50 for the dry cleaning bill. Okay, so he gets home, he's putting the key in the door, his wife is obviously waiting up in the hallway. Yeah. He walks in, the wife sees him, where have you been? He's staggering all over the fucking place. He goes, wait, I know what it looks like. But he gets out the money and he goes, look, there's £50 there. A man gave me that because he was sick all over my clothes to get my dry cleaning done. And she goes, well, that's all well and good, but there's 2 £50 notes in your hand. And he goes, oh yeah, the other one's from the man who shat in my pants.
It's the best joke of all time.
It's not the best joke of all time, but it's a good joke.
I love that joke. It is fucking good. When he told me that, I think I told everyone else.
I hope you're enjoying this very topical Star Wars related podcast.
Yeah, it's from
a bit off.
If you take that joke and you put it into
Cantina.
Coruscant, you got Boba Fett going home to his wife, who's a stripper from Jabba's palace. Yeah, and he's got shit and sick all over him. And job done.
All the pissheads have just come outside. There's lots of them. God,
anyway, it's been a bit of a weird podcast because
it's a bonus podcast.
People walking past the mic just looking at us.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
What the hell's that? It looks like a kind of. It's a weird looking mic, isn't it? It's like a tripod with a great big snowball on
bollock
top.
on it. Yeah. It's all good.
No one's grabbed it yet or chatted anything.
Well, I think if this was sort of verging on more of the 11 o'clock at night, we'd be in trouble. Do you know what annoys me about The Force Awakens big time?
Yeah, that good segue.
I don't care.
Go on, start again. What annoys you about The Force Awakens?
Han Solo
loses
the fucking Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, why has he lost it for so long?
Yeah, but how did he lose it?
I don't know how he lost it.
It was fucking stupid. You don't gamble that shit. You certainly don't get it nicked, stolen off you.
Yeah.
Who had the keys?
Yeah, do you need keys for a starship?
What's stopping someone walking in?
Well, nothing, because nothing stops Rey.
Fucking stupid. One of the most stupid plot holes in the world.
Presumably anybody can steal a ship. They can just jump inside it and then press some buttons. It's like the first instance of a ship being stolen in Star Wars. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I didn't like it. I like The Force Awakens. I didn't like that the Millennium Falcon's just there on Jakku the whole fucking time. I hate that. I hate that Han and Chewie weren't in that fucking thing.
Yeah. It's
I hate the fact that they're stuck on some piece of shit The new ship looks shit. It's too big for them to fly. It's too
What are you
big
talking about?
No, they're big cargo thing.
Oh, sorry, that great big, Han Solo's new ship.
Smuggler's ship.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too big. They're lonely.
People can just land on it as when they please and just walk in.
Yeah, like
Without any kind of warning.
Yeah, like Country Club just rock up.
Yeah.
That
Cassie
annoyed
Leach.
me. It's not cosy.
Scottish people in space.
Yeah.
Han Solo, you're dad, man.
Yeah,
That's what they say,
what's
innit?
that shit about?
Scottish people in space.
Well, and go on, pal. And you know what I mean.
Go on, pal.
Star Killer Base. When Poe Dameron goes down the trench.
Good Scottish pilot.
Yeah, good luck,
right.
pal.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he's doing that.
Han Solo, you're dead, man.
I don't-
Inform
Inform the First Order that I can't do the accent. But it annoyed me. Like, why? The Millennium Falcon needs to be with Solo, and it's been in an uncar plug.
Is it now Rey's ship then, or is it Chewbacca's ship?
It's Chewie's ship.
Chewie's ship.
Like, I don't know what Chewie's doing. He's not his own man, is he?
He's loyal to the. Actually, he was loyal to the rebellion, and then he's obviously going with Han, and now he's back working for the Resistance. I keep calling them the rebellion. I'm never going to get used to that. They're called the Resistance now.
What are they resisting
And the
against?
Empire. Exactly, resisting against what? They're part of the Republic, which doesn't exist.
The First Order. Where'd they come from? We need to read the Aftermath books.
I just don't like the weird names in the new films.
Well,
but
the
apart from
Aftermath.
where's all the First Order getting their money from? Who's fucking financing it? The size of the things they made.
Well, mate.
They made a bloody a planet the size of a planet, which was a weapon. So how did they finance that?
In 30
and their
years.
Star Destroyers.
In 30 years. They would have had to
Yeah.
have started that 30 years ago. That's quick. Here's another thing that annoys me, right?
Yeah.
No, sorry. It doesn't annoy me. What I meant to say was, we need to read Aftermath, because
Yes.
that fills the gap in between Jedi.
Apparently it's boring as hell. The
It
reviews
is really
for it were
boring.
really
and
shit.
I downloaded it and stopped reading. It's so boring.
Why do we need to read it then?
I think we're just going to have to get into an audiobook and speed it up.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, if anyone's listening to this, what can only be described as gobbledygook trash of a podcast,
Bonus episode.
which is 32 minutes in at the minute, fill us in, give us the key points of Aftermath, and bridge the gap between Jedi and Force Awakens.
Yeah, please do, because we can't be fucked. I mean, we're too busy reading Shadows of the Empire. Should we go and read the original Thrawn trilogy next?
No, fuck that.
Oh, come
Done.
on.
Done.
These are the movies that...
Well made.
Heir to the Empire and The Last Command, and there's one more as well. They're set in the middle. But they were the first three stories that took place after Star Wars.
Don't exist, mate. Legends.
They take place after. I know they don't exist now. They might still exist, right? Because they deal with a time that's immediately after Return of the Jedi. So they could have existed.
Maybe.
But it's about Luke Skywalker finding more out about Jedis and temples and old Jedis and
I want them to go into some really ancient
Thrawn's
crap.
in them.
I'd like to see it almost like Indiana Jones.
You want an archaeology film?
I want Act 2 to be like Indiana Jones, and Luke's been trying to decipher this sort of booby trap, and there's this thing at the end of the tunnel, and it's like Indiana Jones. It's like the Temple of Doom. They've got to get in there, Rey and them, and they've got to try and use the Force together. And there can only be two Jedis to be able to access,
Right.
various walls and
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Da, 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 da,
So great big boulder.
da, 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 da.
Is there going to be a big boulder that rolls along? And
Yeah, like pushed
It's
by
not
a port.
Indiana Jones unless it's got the Nazis in it. I mean, the Temple of Doom
Yeah,
suffers
you got
a lot. And the alien one.
You think the Temple of Doom suffers because of there's
Lack of Nazis. Come on, it
Mental.
sucks. Temple of Doom.
No, that's the best one.
No way, mate. It's really bad. You call him Dr. Jones!
That's the best line of any
It's
film.
terrible. The woman in it's pathetic. She's
She's fit.
the worst
She's fit.
example of a female in film.
film.
She's awful. She can't do a fucking thing by herself. She's absolutely pathetic. Okay. The kid in it, Short Round. Do you know Kim? He used to work for Sapien.
Yeah.
He auditioned for Short
no,
Round.
he
Did you know about this?
No.
Yeah. When he was a kid, his parents tried to. This is a friend of ours. He was a child actor as a child. His parents were always trying to put him forward for movies. He went for an audition in London for the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Temple of Doom as Short Round, and he made it through to the final 5 and got flown over with his family to LA and did an audition there in front of Spielberg and Gary Kurtz and whoever else was working on the film, George Lucas I think, can't remember the crew. Anyway, he failed that final audition. The kid who is Short Round got the role.
You call him Dr.
That's a
Jones!
chance, lady. But he maintains that if he had got the role, he definitely by default would have been in the Goonies as well.
Did the Goonies come after?
Yeah, the Goonies came after that. So he would have been Data from the Goonies.
The Goonies
as well.
was an amazing film.
That's great, isn't it? Good enough for me.
Oh
Good
man,
enough
I love-
for you.
yeah, but do you know what the
I
best
love
thing
it,
about
Cyndi
that film is?
What?
Truffle.
It's not the best thing about the
Yeah,
fucking
it
film.
is.
The best thing is that kid is very funny. I like the bit when he offers the guy when he gets locked in the fridge with a dead body. He's too busy eating ice cream to notice there's a dead body.
Man, we need to watch
and
the
he turns
Goonies.
around
We
and
need
goes,
to sit
"It's
there."
a staff!" It lands on
They're
him.
apparently going to redo the Goonies. I'd say Stranger Things. Stranger Things is the closest thing you're going to get to Goonies from.
Well, no, Stranger Things is very different in terms of tone to the
kids,
Goonies.
adventure,
But it's chaotic
Mystique.
households. The parents aren't really around. The kids are sort of running the show. You've got Josh Brolin in the Goonies. You've got Corey Feldman. You've got the Truffle Shuffle kid. I've forgotten his name.
Corey Feldman.
All the cast are still going. I
Well,
think.
it is a Star Wars link.
Got the girl from 16 Candles as well.
He was in The Burbs, and Carrie Fisher was the sexy mum.
That's right. She was in the Burbs. I forgot she was in the Burbs.
She was fit on that. Tom Hanks. That's a great film.
Goonies.
We need to do another podcast.
And, our
about the 80s.
nostalgia podcast. Yeah.
The Goonies was amazing.
I like
That's the bit with it on the beach where they're.
No, at the beginning, the bank job, they break that guy out of prison.
That's
The
right.
woman
Yeah.
rescues her sons from
They
prison.
put fire
There's a big
everywhere.
police chase. That's it. And then they race through town, and then what's his name? The Truffle Shuffle kid. What's his name?
Chunk.
Is it Chunk?
Yeah.
He sees. He goes, "Oh boy, a police chase!" And he squashes up against the window, and all his milkshake goes all over his face. Oh shit! It's like a kid. It's a kids' film where they say shit all the time.
Do you know what else is a good film? Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I love all the John Hughes ones.
Fucking amazing.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Buck, Home Alone.
Forget about me. That's a great film.
We should just do a nostalgia podcast. You know?
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. This is a setup. Each week we'll go from year 1980.
So we're doing 2 podcasts a week now, just to pre-warn our girlfriends.
Yeah, fine. Right,
You thought it
whatever.
was bad right now. It's going to get worse.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll start in 1980.
Yeah.
Right? And we'll take a film, the most popular film from that year.
Now there's so many good films in the same year in 1980.
Okay.
When you get to 1984,
We'll take
you
3.
wouldn't be able to choose between
Ghostbusters.
and June. I mean,
Right, fine. Listen. Right, we'll agree beforehand the 3 films we're going to talk about.
yeah.
We're going to 10 minutes each,
Right.
and we're going to take 2 hit songs from that year, and we'll keep going, and we'll do all the way through the 80s and the 90s.
And we're going to watch the films as well.
No, fuck that. Like
So we're just going to take the songs.
If you know about the Goonies, we're going to talk about the Goonies.
Okay. They can only do 10 episodes. I think it's flawed. I think
you
should do.
can't. You can't.
I think
we
you
do
should
20
do
episodes.
1 month of every decade, every year of the 80s. So you should do January 1981, February 1982. We'll be able to find a film and a soundtrack for each one.
All right, let's just put this to fucking acid
Why are we
test,
talking
right?
about this on a podcast, giving everyone out there the ideas?
Well, because we're going to do it, and they've heard us do it. Let's put this.
Should we wrap this up?
We're going to put it to the acid test.
Because we're nearly done with the drinks.
Right, hang on.
He's getting his phone out.
1980.
Yes.
Number one.
Film. Empire Strikes Back, without a
Number
doubt.
one. No song. I'm going.
Oh, number one song from
January.
1980. Oh, that was Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
Okay, yeah, but are we going England or are we going America?
Oh, well, in America you have a much bigger chart, but in the UK it was Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
Well, it was Rock with You, Michael Jackson.
Well, no, technically speaking, that was when the strike of midnight, it was Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
Okay, fair enough.
Rock with You.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love in February by Queen. I love Queen.
Have you heard about the new Queen movie?
Well, Sacha Baron Cohen.
No, he's not in it. It's directed by the guy who made all of the X-Men movies, Bryan Singer.
Who's Freddie Mercury then?
It's played by the guy from Mr. Robot, the star of Mr. Robot.
He doesn't look anything like Freddie Mercury. That's stupid bit of casting.
The little kid from Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park, is playing John Deacon, the bass player.
Right, so he doesn't have the speaking part, obviously.
Well, yes, he obviously will have a speaking part, but he's got, he does look facially very much like him.
Who's playing Bowie? Because that's got to come in.
I'll do that. Keep going.
Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
Keep going. We're not ready yet.
Oh, what?
I wasn't ready. I was
singing.
There's usually 4 bars of intro.
Fuck that noise. Anyway, we'll do
Pressure.
Anyway, this is a Star Wars fucking podcast, and we're talking about Queen and Goonies and all kinds of shit.
Put the pressure.
Shall we wrap it up?
It's building down. It's a family of 2.
Puts people on the streets.
Yeah, very good.
Boom-ba-ba-dee. Boom-ba-ba-dee. Ilero. That's okay. Everyone's looking, stop it.
The world is about watching some good friends scream. Let me out tomorrow.
This is not going
Pressure
public.
on people.
People
Pressure
on the streets. Okay.
Very good. Very good.
Ah, bloody hell.
That's quite good.
Yeah, it's
Under
pretty
pressure karaoke on the. Lovely. Should we wrap it up? Thank you for joining us for this really weird episode of Blah Wars this month. We won't be doing one like this very frequently.
No, down a pub.
This is the bonus episode. This is the one where we both can't do it. If you're listening to this episode, why don't you do hashtag pressure?
Hashtag
Turn away from it all like a blind man. It's a very popular fence, but it don't work. Coming up with love, but it's so slashed and torn. Why? Very good. Very good.
Oh god. Anyway, look,
Coming up with love, but it's so slashed.
I'm going to listen to that on the way home.
I think I will too. Yeah. Love, 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 insanity, love, sons of pressure, we're breaking.
Why can't we give ourselves one more chance? I love that shit. Right. Wrap it up.
Yes,
I've been Duke Gay.
Thanks very much. I've been John Gantini.
And we'll see you next time.
May the force
Be with you.
Bye.